What exactly is low point and how do we analyze low point using the Handy Golfer app? Well, low point just refers to the lowest point this club is traveling on through the swing. And what we see with tour players and elite ball strikers is the lowest point of the club isn't at the ball, it's actually around 4 inches after the ball, that lowest point of the arc. So it hits the ball and the lowest point is around 4 inches after. So that's where the deepest part of the divot would be. A lot of amateurs, what we'll see is the low point of the swing is actually back behind the ball or at the ball, which doesn't lead to great ball striking. With an iron this is, with driver it's slightly different. The lowest point is going to be slightly before the ball because the ball is on the tee. But let's now look at the Handy Golf app, how we can utilize that Clear Swing IQ technology and see exactly where the lowest point of the club is through the swing. So for analysing low point, the Clear Swing IQ technology really does come into play. So what we can do is just scroll through the swing and we want to find a few frames before impact. So they'll generally scroll through the frames, and then as we get a few frames before impact, nice way of doing it is then pinch into zoom and then zooming in on the ball. Then we can use those fine-tune arrows on the scroll wheel and then just look where the club is impacting the ground. So you can see here it's not impacted the ground yet. It takes the ball and then it hits the ground a few inches after. So it's probably around 4 inches after, which for an iron would be nice low point control. Now let's look at another example where that low point is at the ball. So again, I can use that scroll wheel, scroll through, and then just before impact, I can pinch zoom in to that ball, and then I'm looking where that club impacts the ball, just using those fine tuning arrows on the scroll wheel, and you can see there that that club enters the ground at the ball. So this is where that low point of the club would be at the ball, which can be difficult to make good contact, especially when we are on grass. And then let's look at a low point before the ball. So again, I can scroll through just before impact here. So I'm going to scroll down and then stop just before impact. And I'm going to zoom in to the ball. Now in this example, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit more because you can clearly see there the lowest point of the swing there is a good few inches after the ball. You can see how that club has already hit the mat there very much before the ball, which would lead to fat shots and obviously inconsistent strikes. So you can see there it's still in the mat there, and then it's just coming out after the ball, leading to a very poor strike.